trouble, mister. She I go chop you down before your eye can even blink. So better mind where you come, ja. Me begging up your wake that you must die. Me beg you look up, look up, look up. This I know for you. I dip up, dip up, dip up. I look up, look up, look up. This I know for you. I dip up, dip up, dip up.
All right. Good evening and good night, and welcome to the It's Your Perspective Talk Show. It's Thursday, January 29th, 2015. My name is David, a.k.a. Kimba, a.k.a. Christian, alongside
Bingy Soup.
Yeah, man, we're back again, Soup. This is the It's Your Perspective Talk Show, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 8 p.m. until. And as we started streaming there, you heard that music, that Dubspot music. We got the DJ in the house, DJ Kiva. There he is right there, man. You're streaming out right now.
Turn that mic on, Keith.
Yeah, make sure that red light is on in there. And give it some more. What's going on here? Something weird is going on here. Let's take a quick break here, and let me see what's going on here.
Hey. There we go. Cool.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right. Quick fix. Wrong cable. Happens to the best of us, I guess. Anyway, man, real quick, man, just want to say welcome to the It's Your Perspective Talk Show, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 8 p.m. until. We are in the high-tech, low-tech studio, coming to you from the undisclosed location here. Beautiful island of St. Clair Virgin Islands. No radio, no TV, internet only. Which means that you have to get on our website, streaming live from the vi.com, and go on that website and click on Watch Us Live, man, and guess what? You'll see us live. Most importantly, we have a telephone number, 340-201-9005. You can text us as well on that number, and we got 2 Facebook pages. It's Your Perspective Talk Show, Facebook page for streaming live from the vi.com. But before we get started, Soup always blesses the show with the It's Your Perspective poem. Soup, you ready?
Yes, I.
All right, bless that mic, man.
Greetings. Kedama Wimpy Selassie the First lives. Rastafari. The greatest secret in life is that reality is nothing more than illusion. The physical world does not exist outside of our own belief system and the filter of our own mind. We are, in fact, subparticles of Jah, experiencing creation itself. But as subparticles of Jah, we are swayed over these creation. Everything you have experienced in life, every event, occurrence, object, or person, is nothing more than a figment of your own thoughts, beliefs, and words. The problem is, most of us are still asleep. The problem is, most of us are still asleep. When you understand this, your entire world shifts, and you come to realize the true meaning of life is thus like a lucid dream. We have total control.
Yes, sir, Soup. That's the It's Your Perspective poem, man. Soup's been blessing us since April of last year, every night, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, some Fridays, some Saturdays, and even some Sundays, man.
Yes, I.
Just depends on when we get our guests in here, you know?
For sure.
But in the studio tonight, we got Kiva, DJ Kiva. There he is right there. This is his second time. Welcome to our studio again, man, for coming out here.
Adios, Babylon, the Dubspot. That says it all, you know?
Know that. Yeah. Greetings,
Yes,
greetings, one and all. Greetings to everybody tuning in tonight. Thank you to the show once again for having me back. It's a pleasure to be here.
You're welcome, my brother.
Yes, definitely,
Yes,
man. And so what you been up to, man? You were here just maybe 3, 4, 5 months ago.
Yeah, I think it was around 3 months ago.
Okay.
3 months ago. Yeah.
So how you getting acclimated to the island life?
Yeah, 'cause he just moved here. He just moved here, and he's still here. So
You
that's
know what I
good.
mean? So that's a good thing.
Yeah, I moved down here about 3.5 months ago from Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn,
That's
in
right.
the house.
And boy, I tell you what, it's a big transition coming from New York down here for sure. But it's been a beautiful one, and anytime I start to feel a little homesick for some of the friends and people back there, all I have to do is look at the weather. Right?
You took it. I was about to ask you that if you missed that blizzard.
Yeah, that blizzard was crazy up
They
there.
could keep that snow, Kiva. They could
They
keep
can
that.
keep that. They can
Yo,
keep that.
I
I had
shoveled
it.
enough snow in my lifetime.
Yeah.
You hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So how have the island treating you, man? How the island treating you so far, man?
What you been doing? You know,
What you been up to?
Yeah, it's been treating me well, aside from just getting settled in and finding a place
Right.
and, getting the home base all set up. I've been doing a lot of just exploring the island.
Okay.
And, checking out a lot of the things with the different beaches and places to go and everything. Gradually starting to get to know some people here. I finally need like more than one hand to count the people I know here. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. It takes time. It just takes time.
You still scuba diving?
I don't scuba dive yet.
Okay.
But definitely I've been doing a lot of snorkeling.
No snorkeling, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So you got a favorite beach yet that you like the most since you've come back?
I sure do, man. Isaac's. That's the one.
Isaac, where's that at?
East End, dead east.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
East
Okay.
past
All the
Screamer
way.
Park.
Yeah,
Okay.
at the point.
Yeah.
That's the spot.
Yes,
Right.
sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah. But aside from that too, I've been doing a lot of work with some of the local musicians and everything. I've been doing a lot of work with iGrade Records.
Yes,
people to put on Dub in the Rainforest. So doing a lot of behind the scenes things with them as well since I got here. Yeah.
All right. How was that? How was your first dub? How was that experience for you? Here in the rainforest.
Well, the one back in December, that was actually the second one I
second.
played.
Okay,
that
I'm
was the
sorry.
second
My
one
bad,
I played.
my
But
bad.
but that was the first one I played at where this was home.
Yes,
Where it wasn't just a vacation.
Vacation, you come in and out. Okay.
Yeah. And it was beautiful as usual. It was each one seems to have a little different vibe in the air.
Yes.
And it was really beautiful just seeing everybody come out for that one, and they were also honoring Seagull that night too. So that was really cool getting to see the community come together to honor that man.
Yeah,
I
man.
never had the privilege of meeting him, but I can tell like he had a big impact on those that knew him here.
For sure, yeah. Rest in peace, Brother Seagull.
Brother Seagull, yeah.
No?
Man.
Yeah.
We were just talking about him last night too.
Yep.
With
Excalibur.
Excalibur, he was on here last night
man.
too.
Yeah.
So you did a set there, and what were your thoughts about doing a set that like a second time doing it? How do you think the audience kind of received you, with the music and stuff?
Well, you can only be you with your sound and everything, and that's a good thing. That's the way it's supposed to be.
Right.
And I definitely knew that what I was doing was going to be different from some of the other artists there that night, but that's the way it's supposed to be. That's the way it's supposed to be. And but I tried to flip it in such a way where I could do my thing, but also tie it in with a lot of the artistry that's going on here. So I was able to make a couple remixes of different artists from the VI and drop them in the set. And it was actually cool because one of the guys was actually there and he's sitting backstage. All of a sudden he's like, "Wait a minute." Whoa! That's me.
Yes,
so yeah, and I did a little remix to close things out too of "Stronger" by Desiree, and that I heard the place go mad.
Yes,
when I dropped that. Sure. So that was cool. That was real cool. You know, I had some people come up afterwards and show love. So it was real nice, man. To be able to come down and connect. You know, connect musically. Yeah.
So you got some new things for us coming up, and this one that's coming up next month.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna be in the lab working on some nice little things. So it's gonna be a beautiful night.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they're gonna be a live band up there too. This is the first time there's a live band at the Dub, so this is gonna be a whole different vibes.
Yeah. And don't forget too, this is the one where most of the headliners, they're bringing the ladies out, having the Empresses.
That's right. The Empresses coming out to represent.
So it's going to be a beautiful night. Yeah. It's cool seeing the evolution of this event.
Long awaited, you know what I mean? So long awaited.
Yeah.
So Kiva, before you get started, man, kind of explain again, the whole, the music and what you're doing. As far as, the equipment and just the type of music and what it's all about.
All right. Well, we could just start with some of the technical stuff that I'm doing here. You'll notice that I do not have turntables in front of me on this table. I started back in the day with turntables. That's how I started as a DJ. Along the way, different technology has come along that allow me alternate ways, different ways to express myself when I'm performing and playing records and all that type of thing. So what you see in front of me right now is one of the ways that I do it. I'm doing it using computer software, a program by the name of Ableton Live. I'm using a controller here. This is called the APC 40. This allows me to have hands-on control over all my different songs and EQs and echo effects and all this type of thing. Think of it, it's kind of like a contemporary version of a big mixing console, like you would have seen somebody say, like a math professor or scientist or one of these guys using in their studios back in the day. This is kind of like a contemporary descendant of that, so to speak. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
If you've ever got to see Tippy do the Dub in the Rainforest parties, you'll notice that he's using the same controller. He has been using the same controller. That was actually the way we met. I taught him how to do that. And so don't be afraid of technology. It's a good thing. Yeah. It's all about how you use it, you know.
That's right.
And then I got a couple of little gadgets over here. I got some little craziness right here.
Yes, sound effects.
All kinds of fun things up in there.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna be running. There we go. I'm just gonna be running a lot of tunes here tonight. The stuff I'm gonna be running for you tonight is it's a lot of just kind of contemporary bass music.
Okay.
So this is stuff that is I think of all this stuff as just a lineage of dub music. Dub music, sort of the original bass music, coming back from the 1960s, and this is just like the great grandchildren or whatever of dub now. So so just keep an open mind. It's this beautiful music.
That's right.
It's all about healing frequencies and I'll let the music do the talking.
That's right. And I got to even mention healing frequencies too, because at one point in time in ancient civilization, they used to literally take the strings of a car, like a 4-string guitar, and put it over a silk. If a person was sick or ill, they start to string those instruments over them and literally open up it was just the vibe, the vibration will flow through them, and boom, this person was just healed. So music is a rhythm, it's a vibe, it's real. You understand? You can actually feel it.
That's
you
right.
know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Yeah.
Do your thing, my brother. Do your thing.
Yeah, do your thing, man.
reality. Welcome to the world of endless possibilities. Yo, life is one big room with a lot of signs, so many signs and so little time. Social security, save for the future days, sacrifice the now, the price that we pay. Things we can afford and things that we can't. I kept knocking on the door, but the key was in my hand. Sitting in the room was easy for me to get lost, wondering in the why how much yourself I came across. Piece of happiness between two heartbeats. Raindrop falling, could you play that on repeat? Earth under my feet, so gentle to me. I left my shoes on the way. The blues gone away. In the morning dew, there is nothing to pursue. It is just a deja vu. Are we living a real life? Are we just living in a lie? Keep our eyes on the prize, but we don't listen to the wise. Are we living a real life? Are we just living in a lie? Who shall we try and try? What's the meaning of success? Get more, live with less, be better than the rest, or be your best. We are really progress when the mind is such a mess. Got to ease the stress and let the real thing manifest. You look at the mirror and you not have no makeup. Guilty conscious, so we try cover up. Feel insecure with your life insurance. Sit behind bars of your mind, you run. With my chant that I said far from ignorant. Speak up my mind now. Well, if I thought not have to put them on another version. Not just words in abstraction. What are them for? We don't know action. Spiritual vanity and other passion. Plastic smile without compassion. Flag on your face, Luca. Stare with the empty Luca. One nipple up as a screw. Go the love once you pursue, yo. Now that you've been numb, you're just a part of them plot. If you become all the things that you are not. So living the real life. And we just living in a lie. We keep our eyes on the prize, but we don't listen to the wise. And we living a real life. And we just living in a lie. We push and we try and try. Do we really know?
Take what's mine, ain't no backing down. They wanna be the They wanna be the general. Only forget to use. Living desperate and destitute, can't go to school. Cause them can't afford the khaki suit. A hot meal at night before them go to bed and sleep. So them go out on road with them big gun and go breed. Cause they got to eat. Hungry belly have to feed. Mama not that woman that they gone out go breed. It's a problem. So the youth them have to solve them. Open up your eyes and face them problem. Here I am now, I'm gonna stand my ground. I've come to take what's mine, ain't no backing down. Here I am now, I'm gonna stand my ground. I've come to take what's mine, ain't no backing down. They wanna see the they wanna be the general.
That's it.
Y'all think we take a quick little break?
That was DJ Kiva, man. Just finished a set. I don't know, over 30 minutes. Always interesting how you do that, man. Make that full sound.
Just come through that box.
Yeah, just coming through that.
It's just like I'm just watching you and just like, yo, you know what I mean? Yeah.
It's just dub, man. That's it, you know.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So we just got like maybe 12 minutes left, but wanted to talk to you a little bit too about the dub coming up.
All right.
On that Sunday, was it February 15th? February 15th, 2000.
Right.
Agriculture weekend, Valentine's weekend.
That's right. A couple weeks away.
Yeah. So we got a big. There's a big lineup. Not my lineup, but there's a big lineup that night. John 9,
Mother Nile,
Rima.
Nayora
was just added as well.
Nayora, okay.
Yeah, we got the thing that's special about, well, there's a lot of things special about this one, but this is Dubbing the Rainforest 9 coming up on February 15th. But this will be the first one where there is a full live band backing a lot of the artists. So Zion King's band will be present, backing up a lot of the artists.
Right.
We have international dub ambassadors coming over from Puerto Rico.
What?
Yeah. There's a lot.
Okay.
I grade dub, myself, Kiva.
Yes.
Let's see, Ninja P
sounds.
Fire Emblem.
Yes.
Yeah, it's gonna be a nice lineup. That's February 15th. Mount Victory Camp, St. Croix.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Rainforest.
Dub in the
Rainforest. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be that's gonna be a big event, man. And
for sure.
Super. I guess it's safe to say we should be streaming it too.
Yeah, we're gonna be streaming it.
We're gonna be streaming it
to the power of the Most High. You know what I mean?
Sure, man. So we're gonna be up there with our camera, and we're gonna just be plugged in on the network. And you tap in at I guess 6, 7, or whatever time we set up. You'll be seeing the show, man, coming to your smartphone, your computer, your iPad.
Tablets,
whatever you guys. As long as you're on the internet, you'll be able to see the stream come February 15th. It's going to be a big night. Nothing beats live music from a band. Yeah. Nothing beats that for sure, you know. So, what do you, besides the dub, and you'll be there as well, but what else are you working on now that you can talk about?
I'm trying to think about that for a second. I mean, it took a minute just to kind of get set up down here, setting the studio back up and everything. So now that everything is kind of like starting to fall into place, I'm definitely working on a lot of new projects right now. So, but it's just in the sketch phase right now.
Right.
Just in the sketching phase, the early phases. So I don't want to say too much right now.
That's right. Yeah. We know how that goes.
Yeah.
So you have a studio where you at right now? You have access to a studio?
Right. Yeah, I have a home studio.
You have a home studio.
So that's where the magic happens.
All right. And also too, you were telling me that you're looking to build some mega boxes. You start working on that?
Or is that in the studio already?
Oh man, he telling them everything now. Yeah. Well, look, back in Brooklyn, quite a while ago, I had built together a sound system up there, so that my record label and studio is called Adios Babylon. So it was called Adios Babylon Sound System.
Yes.
Okay.
And we'd use that to play a lot of underground events in New York City, in Brooklyn. Played the West Indian Day Parade a number of times with that.
Right.
So a lot of people got to come together with that sound and have a good time.
Okay.
Now, moving all the way down here, obviously, trying to move like a couple 1,000 pounds of speaker boxes is out of the question.
Yes.
Right? So, I was just going to give it all up, right? I was just going to sell it off or give it away to brethren or whatever. And, Tippy of I-Grade came up and visited me right before I moved out of New York to play the Dub Champions Festival. And he stayed at my studio.
Right.
Well, what was left of the studio at that point, most of it was packed up.
Yes.
And here's this wall of sound, And I'm like, man, it would be so. I was like, does anybody have just a dedicated, handmade dub sound system in St. Croix? He said, I don't really think there is right now. There's a lot of people that have sound systems for sure.
Right.
I see it every day.
Yes.
Every weekend when I roll by Frederickstead or whatever, there's always different people set up like bumping, But to actually handcraft the boxes, get a carpenter and build it with love. he didn't know anybody in this, in this time period right now that had that going here. Maybe in the past there was. So anyway, so what I ended up doing was I pulled all of the speaker cones out of the boxes, all the subwoofers, everything, crated them up, and I shipped them down here.
Okay.
So they're sitting in my closet right now.
Okay.
And I got the plans. We just got to get the wood, and we got to find a master carpenter who can do it right. Because my carpentry skills are very, very limited. I don't want to botch that up. I need an experienced one. So, if you guys know someone, we're putting that out there. We need an experienced builder that can do like high quality building. I've got the blueprints and everything already. We just need like the right person.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's got those skills and those tools, because I don't have like a workshop like that. You need like a proper workshop to pull this off, right? But that's something that's part of the dream of being down here. It's like to help build up a system that could be present at some of these different events that iGrade's putting on.
So. Yeah, definitely. So I know a man, he used to build speakers. I'm not sure if he's still into it. So next light, I will check him out, give him a phone call and see if he's still, if he could lead me to somebody that does.
Yeah.
I'll do that for the eye, no problem.
Yeah, all right. Respect. Yeah, that's part of the dream. I mean, it's only January.
That's right.
So the year is just getting started.
The day is moving because tomorrow going to be the 30th, what I mean?
True.
Yeah, blink your eye, boom, it's gone.
Yeah, you're right about that. So we gotta make moves. That's right.
So how many speakers does this sound system have? Well,
Let's see.
Several 15 inches and some mids and some tweeters. And
it's probably, it's basically going to be a 4-way system when it's done. So it will be 4 18-inch scoops, 2 double 15 horns, 4 12-inch upper mids, and then horns and tweeter box. For the highs.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So I got, like I said, I got the blueprints already.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? So I just need
the carpenter
to get it going. Yeah. I don't want to mess up a lot of expensive wood.
That's right.
With my poor carpentry skills. I'm good at a lot of things, but I know when to pass the torch to somebody. Right. Yeah, I know what my lane is and when to stay in it.
That's right.
What I mean? So
yeah, man. And have them bring the whole speaker system here, Just lift the whole building off the ground.
Right.
Boom.
Hey, not for nothing, I used to store that thing in my home studio back in Brooklyn. Right? And the ceiling was maybe a little bit higher than this, and those boxes went all the way up to the top.
All right, okay.
And if you turn that joint up even halfway in there, it had a ceiling just like yours did. It looked like it was snowing. Spark would just start coming down.
Yeah, coming down,
yeah. It was funny one time, an electrician had to come by there, and he was this Hasidic Jewish man. And he came in there, and he had never seen anything like that. He's like, "You have a very big stereo." Blew his mind. I was like, I do have a big stereo.
A very big stereo. That is pretty funny.
Yes,
that is real funny, man. Yeah, man. So we just gonna do a quick show tonight. Anybody you want to shout out here, Brooklyn?
I actually found out that someone who was very close to me passed away a couple of days ago. So I want to dedicate this show to my friend Natasha, who passed away recently, and to her family.
Here or up there?
Up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man. So I want to dedicate this show. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man.
Okay. Definitely, man. All right, man. So we'll definitely see you at Dub 9.
Yes, sir.
In the Rainforest on the 15th. And I believe that there's something going on in Rhythms that Friday as well with some of the artists that are going to be performing at the Dub. But I guess that Vanessa will come on soon here and sort of enlighten us with all the details. Yeah, the details of that. But Soup, man, any final words, man?
Nah, man. Just tell my brother, thank you, Kiva. Keep doing what you're doing. Just keep doing what you're doing. Just keep blazing out those sounds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, soon you're going to have all of the Virgin Islands just in a trance over it with that music, you know. It's catching on.
Man, it's all about the collaborations and inspiring people and the thing about DJ culture and music production, it's just all about like coming up with new sounds that hopefully based in something from the past.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
like sometimes people forget that it's based in the past.
That's right.
Just taking strength from all like the talented people that have come, blazing the way for us and everything. But also pushing forward, not trying to get stuck in any particular time, because the world changes, time changes, so the music we make, is going to change to reflect that. But that being said, you always want to make sure music is such a powerful thing. That vibration is so powerful. You can use that to teach any message you want.
That's right.
So you just got to be careful who you're serving with your music.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's
like, when you get, if you are fortunate enough to have a lot of people listening to what you do, you get in the limelight, make sure you got something to say with that. You
That's
know what
right.
I mean? Don't just come on that lowest common denominator, alcohol, sex, money type vibes. Like, people already been there. We got raised.
We got to live up. That's right.
That's what Adios. That's what the name Adios Babylon. That's what my studio was all about. That's the philosophy behind it, is just leaving behind those outdated ways and moving forward. So,
that's right.
Yeah.
Change your mentality. Whole thing. Change your thinking. Change your behavior. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, man.
Again, Kiva, continue doing what you're doing, my brother, and welcome to St. Croix again.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure, you guys.
Yes,
thank you so much for having me on the show and making me feel at home. Appreciate
That's right.
it.
Yeah, man. And just want to say we'll be back. Actually, we're doing a streaming event on Saturday. I'm going to be posting about that tomorrow. We're doing just a whole streaming event. I believe in the second hour, right, Soup? The program is from 10 to 2:30, but I believe from 11 to 12. We're supposed to be. We're going to be talking about streaming,
Right.
and our setup. We're going to take it. What's involved. We're going to set this all up on our stream, but the whole event, the whole 4.5 hour event, will be streamed onto the internet on Saturday. It's something being done one of our friends, Alexis George, at the SBDC here in Sunny Isles, not Sunny Isles, but Sign Farm Shopping Center on Saturday. I'll be posting about that here over the next day or so. But anyway, we'll just leave it at that. Thank you, Ross Kiva, for coming in here and blessing us with the music again.
Want to also big up Rascalaba.
Rascalaba for sure, man.
And Cecile for coming in this week. I'm blessing the studio.
Yeah, those were our guests this week. Excalibur was here yesterday, and Cecile was here on Tuesday, and then
Kiva is here tonight.
Here tonight.
Yes,
and, and then we'll be back again next week, Tuesday. We got more guests lined up. On that note, man, we'll leave it at that. Our prayers and His blessings, when you put it all together, you got one perfect love, man.
Rastafari lives.
For sure, man. We're out. Peace.
Yeah. Hey, that was.